Imagine a planet where it rains glass, sideways, or another where the winds are so fast they can rip your skin off. These aren't scenes from a sci-fi movie, they're real planets, and they're absolutely terrifying. Space is full of wonders, but it's also home to some of the most horrifying places you could ever imagine. In this video, we're going to explore the most terrifying planets ever discovered, places so hostile that even imagining life there feels impossible. From burning hellscapes to planets with diamond oceans, these worlds will make you grateful for our little blue planet. Let's dive in. Space exploration sounds thrilling, right? But not every planet is the paradise some sci-fi movies make it out to be. In fact, some planets are downright deadly. The challenge for astronomers isn't just finding planets that could potentially harbor life, but also figuring out why so many are utterly uninhabitable. Far worse than any nightmare we could ever dream up here on Earth. Let's start with a planet that feels like something straight out of a horror movie. HD 189733b. This planet is about 63 light-years away, and trust me, it's a place you never want to visit. The winds there reach speeds of up to 5,400 miles per hour. That's 7 times faster than the speed of sound. To make things worse, it rains glass. Yes, you heard that right. Tiny shards of glass are whipped around the atmosphere by those violent winds, moving sideways and shredding anything in their path. Imagine trying to survive in that. But let's keep moving because we're only scratching the surface. Next up, Kepler 78b. This one is often described as a lava world, and for good reason. It's about the size of Earth, but that's where the similarities end. Kepler 78b is so close to its star that its surface is basically one massive ocean of molten lava. Temperatures on the planet soar to over 4,700 degrees Fahrenheit, meaning anything that lands there would instantly be vaporized. If you thought living next to a volcano was risky, Kepler 78b is like living inside one. But if you think Kepler 78b is terrifying, wait until you hear about J1407b, also known as the Saturn on steroids. This planet is absolutely gigantic, with a ring system 200 times larger than Saturn's. You might think, oh, rings, that sounds beautiful. But here's the creepy part. Those rings are so massive, they could block out the star of its solar system for hours at a time. Imagine standing on a nearby moon, watching the sky go completely dark as the planet's monstrous rings pass overhead. It's like the universe itself is trying to swallow the light. Then there's TRES 2b, often called the darkest planet ever discovered. It absorbs more than 99% of the light that hits it, making it literally darker than coal. Picture a giant planet orbiting its star, but instead of glowing, it's just black. Even standing on the surface, if you somehow managed to survive the scorching 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit heat, you wouldn't be able to see your hand in front of your face. It's like being trapped in an endless void. Not horrifying enough yet? Let's talk about Gliese 436b, a planet that breaks the rules of physics. It's a massive ball of ice, but here's the catch, it's on fire. Yes, fire and ice together. The planet is so close to its star that its temperature reaches 800 degrees Fahrenheit. But due to the planet's gravity, the water remains in a solid state, turning the ice into something called hot ice. So, it's basically a burning ice cube. But perhaps one of the most unsettling planets is 55 Cancri e, also known as the Diamond Planet. This world is so rich in carbon that its surface could be covered in diamonds. Sounds luxurious, but don't be fooled. With surface temperatures reaching nearly 4,000 degrees Fahrenheit and a crushing atmosphere full of poisonous gas, you wouldn't have time to admire the diamonds before being vaporized. It's a beautiful but deadly nightmare. Space is full of wonders, but it's also full of nightmares. These planets are fascinating to study, but terrifying to imagine visiting. The hostile environments, from sideways glass storms to fiery ice, remind us how unique and fragile our own planet is. Earth, with all its problems, is still one of the few places in the universe that can sustain life. Something worth appreciating. Want more space horrors? Stick around and watch our next video.